Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lobster Dust, and today's video is a lot. There's a lot of different sides to it. Is it kind of a how-to? Is it kind of a check this out? Yeah. But let's hop right into it. When I was a kid, I didn't get every single thing I wanted, and that's not to say that I had it rough. By all means, I was a spoiled little bitch. But there were some things I didn't get. One of those things would be the Reebok pumps. You know, when I was a kid, all the cool kids had them. Everybody wanted them. And you ran faster with them. You jumped higher. And they were just the thing of dreams, you know? To step out on the playground, grab the tongue of your shoes and just... Oh, yeah, baby. Never got them. My mom said they were a gimmick. Nah, you don't get those. And that stuck with me. But guess what? I'm an adult with adult money now. So, eat your heart out, Mom. All right, another thing that my mom wouldn't allow me to have. Magic cards. Pokemon cards were okay for some reason. But magic cards had depictions of the devil. So I wasn't allowed to have them. I think primarily for that reason, you know? Keep the devil out this house. Well, I'm sorry, Mom. But I went and I got magic cards anyway. As a kid, I always wanted to get into magic. Mom wouldn't allow it, so I played Pokemon instead. But that doesn't mean I didn't miss it, you know? I wanted it. I want what I couldn't have. And I got a buddy, Josh. Josh saves me every year. He is a master with the taxes, and I know nothing about that. So I come to him and I scream, hey, please help me. And he says, I got you, baby. Let me cradle you in my arms. And he takes care of me. He also always kind of mentions magic here and there. Might have been planting the seed. Well, I dove in deep. I dove in real deep. And I'm loving it. There's nothing more fun than getting that feeling of like being a kid again. And, you know, you open a pack and you don't know what you're gonna get. And you're flipping through and you're looking at all the cool artwork on them. And that's about as far as it goes for me right now because I don't know much about it. But I love it. And Josh is showing me. He's teaching me. He's guiding me, Sherpaing me along my journey to become David Blaine, a master of the magic, if you will. Now, because Josh always saves me every year around tax season and is also kind of taking his time to guide me along this journey, I want to do something nice for Josh, you know? Something, a little keepsake, if you will. So, I want to put Josh on a card. I don't know exactly where we start with something like this, but I figured we'd start with a sketch. So, I found a picture of Josh online, and I made a rough sketch of his face, and it looked awful. I'm not an artist by any means, but I do got some good ideas every now and then. And then once I had his face, if you will, the next step was to take that face and put it on a card. Now, what was this card going to be? He does taxes. He's a wizard with taxes. Carry the 5, drop the 2, do some basic mathematician. We can just use his name. His name is the tax collector. Josh did the work for us once again. Love you. The tax collector, Joshua. So, with that in mind, I knew I wanted some certain elements. I wanted some papers flying around him, like he's in an office, like he's manipulating all of the math surrounding him. I wanted I wanted, you know, I wanted some cards floating. I don't know why I thought it would look better with me doing it like this, but I want some cards floating, you know, with the papers all around him. And then I wanted one hand typing crazy on one of those old calculators where like the spindle of paper comes out the back. I just wanted it going fucking nuts. And I drew it, once again, not an artist, as a very rough sketch, you know? So with sketch in hand and my idea moderately clear, I take to Fiverr. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. A lot of people don't do full service. Actually, none that I found do the full service. I found people that have printed the cards. I have people that have like designed the mechanics and stuff for cards and kind of done like the overlay for what the character actually does. And there's people that will do the art. And combining them is what we need to do here. So, scrolling through artists, I came across Alex Monley, Alexmonly. This artist had everything I was looking for when I was scrolling through the examples of work that they've done and submitted for other people. So I reached out. I said, hey, this is my idea. I've got a pretty good rough sketch of what I think I want. Thoughts, ideas. They hit me back with a, yeah, we can do that. And I said, cool, bro, let's go. Talked to me throughout the whole process. Very nice, very friendly, and Alex was more than gracious and always listened to what I had to say. I was given specific lighting designs. I was asked color scheme. Working with Alex was easy. Getting what I wanted was easier. 10 out of 10. If you're looking for art similar to this, go hit up Alex. Tell him the Lobster Dust sent you. Now that we have our art, we need to take it to somebody who knows magic. I really don't. I know I want the cards to look cool, but I don't know all of the, like, I know these are mana cost. I know that there's like power and like defense, and there's all like the mechanics and how you actually play the card. And
you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Okay.
So I came to Renan Arcanis. RENANARKANIS. And once again, looking through their portfolio and things they've done for other people, it was fairly evident that this was the person. You're the one who's gonna take me to the fucking promised land. So it came with my art. I said, all I know is he plays black and red decks, and his name's Joshua, the tax collector. I want to do a planeswalker. I also want to do a legendary creature. Make it happen. And make it happen, he did. He didn't take very long at all. Was always in good contact with me, and just an absolute joy to work with. Goes above and beyond. And the next step, this is where it gets a little tricky. I had some formatting issues for trying to take it to different places to get the prints, and Renan sent me resized, was willing to rework things based on the format needed. Even after, job's done. Paid, tipped, goodbye. He still stayed in contact, and that is 1,000% what you hope for when you deal with somebody on Fiverr. So if there's ever anything magic related or not that I can take to them and give my business to, I will. 10 out of 10, please use them. Moving on to the next part. There are different ways to print. A lot of the ways that I looked online and found had to do with doing it yourself, you know, using a program that would use your own printer on a cardstock material, and it would size it for you based on the paper you put in. Yada, yada, yada. I don't got time for that. I work a lot. So there was really only a couple options. The first one being printing proxies. Printing proxies is an online website that you can just that, print proxies, you know, but you could also print your own cards. Now, my problem with printing proxies is they don't let you put the Magic logo on the back of the card, you know? It doesn't say Magic the Gathering. They have different options for the back of the card. While some of them resemble the Magic logo, none of them actually give you, none of them look real. And I know this isn't going to be a real card, and I know it's just semantics. And I even know if they're in a sleeve protector, you might not ever even see the back. I get it. I do. I promise. But that's not what I want. I want you to be able to hold the card in your hand. I want you to look at it. I want you to flip it over, and I want you to think like, wow, this is real. Even if you know it's not, even if it's just for a second, you're like, real card. I want you to be able to put it in a deck and flip through, and unless you know what to look for, you're not even noticing. So we ordered some printing proxies just to see what they would come out as, maybe have a little extra gimmies, and looking at them, the quality is really good. The print quality on the front is fantastic. They don't have a hollow option, but they look good. They feel good. It's just the backs. Not the biggest fan. So with that being said, we have our printing proxy cards. Let's make a hollow. Once again, back to Fiverr we go. It got a little tricky here. The files that I originally sieved, as I mentioned earlier, were cropped, were perfect, worked great for printing proxies, and would work great for printing on your own. The process to get your card put onto a hollow is different. They take real Magic cards with acetone and they take the ink off the front, exposing just the hollow, and then print your design on top of the hollow. Now this requires it to be cropped differently, it requires it to be sized and formatted differently, and it's a little touch and go for a bit. I only had what I had. Renan Arcanus came in, saved the day, was sending me revised versions of things, and eventually we got enough artwork that they had what they needed to make the print. Hello there, it's me, Future Lobster. I had already pre-recorded a section without getting the hollow cards, and I had already gone over the process, and I think now that it's all here, I can open it, I can talk to you about it, and I think that'll just be better. So we're gonna do it that way. It's my first video, leave me alone. So the process for having these done wasn't, I wouldn't say necessarily harder than printing proxies, because printing proxies was super easy, and this is super easy too. I just had to, it was a little more back and forth with a person instead of just like having a website do it for you. What I got, the original artwork that I gave to printing proxies, was great and worked beautiful for that. What they were looking for to print this was something that was uncropped already, so they can fit it to how they print on top of the Magic cards themselves. So without further ado, let's open this bad boy. I haven't seen them yet. I've been excited all day. I'm super pumped to do this. All right, A+ package. Let's go. And within here, so these are printed on top of real Magic cards, real foils. And oh god, I'm terrified that I'm gonna fuck something up. Okay. So wrapped in paper. Look at that. Look at that. You can't tell the difference. You can't tell me you can tell the difference, because you can't. They're both authentic Magic cards. All right. Moment of truth. Moment. Oh, come on. Of truth. All right, it's pretty sick. So this was the legendary creature human wizard version, and he did change some things. I notice. Let's pull out the printing proxies here. I did notice that he changed the bottom of them. He even took out some of the cropping. So you can see this one says present from a friend. This one has their logo marked as mythic. A little side by side. Flip them around, as you can see. Printing proxies, don't get me wrong. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. This kicks printing proxies out the water. I'm sorry. It's more money. I don't care. Worth every penny. Worth every penny. All right. Now that we have the cards, I wanted to make something for Josh to be able to display it, so it wasn't just stuck in like a deck somewhere. So I went on Thingiverse. I found a file that was basically a card display plaque. I took that over to Tinkercad and I just added some quick letters, made it the tax collector, a little more personalized. And then I threw it in Cura, sliced it up, got it on the printer, bing, bang, boom, slapped some paint on it, and we have a little card thing that he can display it on his desk or in his foyer. So it's the first thing you see when you walk into his house. Ideas. I also had the files, so I went and I made a little mug for him so he can sip his beverages while he does taxes or while he does magic. And you couldn't see it that way, but it's a blanket. I want to put Josh's face on a blanket too, because why not? And that brings us to a close. Josh, I hope you like your goodies. I had a lot of fun on this project. I did not have a lot of fun editing. I hate it. This is my first video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, algorithm things, all of that. And we'll catch you on the next one, whatever the next one is.